Oh, here we go. And here we go.
You fuck.
How am I supposed to do the rundown with that going on, Doug? How am I supposed to do that with him next to me like that, huh? And he always goes, "It's not contagious."
No, you're all
Oh,
right.
really? It sounds like fucking Ebola, Mike.
Is this like a
sounds
bit?
contagious.
Is it a bit?
I wish it was.
Sometimes it's always like, "Hey, we're here on Barstool Radio."
I know. It's like
It's
you
the
weren't
rundown.
doing
Ah!
it.
My wife says that. She goes, you
a fucking bit.
cough when I start talking.
Exactly.
I cough when I'm talking to you.
Bit. It's brought to you by Mott and Boat.
The code is Oxford's Rundown.
20% off your first purchase. Mott and Boat just launched some nice looking Oxford shirts. They're using the best Italian fabric and have a soft and expensive feel. They're priced at half the value by going straight at the consumer. Get 20% off your first purchase at mottandbow.com. 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 Rundown Rapaport's in the house.
As a red-faced Jew to one another, to red-faced Jew, like your face is about as
I got
red as it could
fucking
possibly
mad.
get.
I was very
you look
mad.
like you've given yourself a sunburn.
Yeah, this is how this company's been built on fucking forged from fire. I
You've
get fucking
given
mad.
yourself- you've
this
given
fucking
yourself-
girl got me mad.
Look at this fucking guy.
She got me fucking mad.
You
Oh,
mad.
I can't sign because what if
mad.
someone fucking leaks this? You fucking leaked it, you motherfuckers. Nothing to be wrong
The
about.
nose is turning
Yo,
red. It's like
yo,
on the
oh,
cheeks.
jeez.
You don't
She's
even know.
giving
Rudolph
yourself a
style.
sunburn.
This girl, ooh.
Look at the
Get
veins
some
in the
aloe
neck.
vera for this fucking guy.
What
Get
a
that
piece
sunburn.
of shit.
Look at that
I've
vein.
never
Look
seen
at that.
anybody give themselves a
I'm gonna
self-inflicted,
redact it. I'm not gonna say the name. I'm gonna redact who I'm talking about. You piece of shit.
self-inflicted sunburn.
She's gonna love this and run with this for
Yeah,
sure.
go.
Oh, sure. She's
We
gonna
don't know.
twist this every
We're not
which
saying
way.
any names.
I don't even know.
You know what we're
Up,
doing?
down, left, right, twist, up, down. It's bullshit.
You know what it is? We're pitching a movie script right now. You're pitching
This
me a
may not
story
even be the
idea.
air because the higher
better
powers,
fucking make the
powers
air.
that be are giving me like this not good
There
look. Even
is
though
a-
we're 100% right, but the media will twist this against us. Even
Fake
though
news.
we're 100%
Fake
right.
news. This
is
is
just
jail time.
performance art.
There is a 0%
What?
chance this makes the air.
What's jail time?
That's what Trump. Fake news. Jail time.
I couldn't be more right about anything in the
I
history
am
of Barstool.
sandwiched between two crazy Jews right now, and
Do
it's
I
making me
seem- do I
uncomfortable.
seem even like at his level? Honestly.
No, not this. No one's ever been
Have
at
you
this level.
ever seen me based on
But
what you
you get
You're
mad
nuts.
about dumb shit. You talked about Tommy G. This
Tommy G thing is a fucking walk in the park compared to
Compared
this
to
right
Yes,
now.
yours
Yeah.
is non-issue.
Even Tommy G would be like, yo, Dave Portnoy's fucking nuts. And Tommy G's self-anointed nuts.
I'm not nuts. I don't like.
Okay,
being
listen,
dragged
who
for
in
no
here, be honest, I'm gonna get your back, you're not gonna lose your job. By a show of hands, who in here thinks Dave
Rapaport.
Portnoy is fucking batshit crazy?
You have the protection of Michael Rapaport now.
Who in here thinks, no one's gonna, everybody means, that means they think you're nuts.
You'd be mad if it's fucking something you build up and you have some
No one
absolute
in here, not
two-faced
one of you motherfuckers
fucking
think this guy's
hypocrite
fucking out of
piece
his fucking
shit
tree.
Trying to make you look
Robbie,
bad
raise your hand,
for
Robbie.
no reason.
You got my protection.
Hold
raise
on.
your hand.
What's this guy, what's his, Zah?
Zah, raise your fucking
You
hand.
seem like a sensible guy. You don't think this guy's
No,
fucking
he's Team
bitch.
Portnoy. He's Team Portnoy. He'll never cross him.
We've been nothing but gracious and kind to this person, and she turns around and does this piece of shit.
Woo! No, it would make, of course it would make me mad. And I would articulate it.
I
But
am articulating it in
This
my own
guy's
very
fucking
unique
batshit
way.
nuts.
In my Davey Portnoy
This doesn't
way.
make you fucking furious.
I don't fucking like this either.
It's such bullshit.
It is. It's trash.
It's extreme trash.
This, what we're doing here, why am I wasting my voice is going?
Because I'm mad. I had to vent. It feels good to get it out.
But you mean, I ordered a salad here 2 hours ago. 2 fucking hours ago. 2 fucking hours ago.
All right, Steven Strasburg. He went from saying he had a cold and not pitching tonight. On normal rest, Nate says he's the best pitcher in baseball. Dusty Baker says he threw a side session. It's back and forth. I think he had a cold and refused to take the ball. I write a blog about it. Bryce Harper probably read the blog, showed it to Strasburg. He's like, this is what Team Portnoy is, what the internet is saying about you. Strasburg says, give me the damn ball. Has to pitch. Can't believe he wasn't going to pitch.
It's a big old pussy.
The only way he comes across now looking good is if he's lights out. Everything else is a loss
He
for him.
absolutely has to be completely lights out. Completely mismanaged by him. Completely, even more so mismanaged by the fucking Nats. And bottom line is he's a very talented dude, but he clearly doesn't have like, that like Bumgarner, give me the ball type of vibe,
I don't know.
And that doesn't necessarily. He might go out and pitch lights out because baseball is weird and pitching is it's a very specific task. So maybe he pitches well, but fucking Steven Strasburg, he's a little pussy.
I don't know how you don't have that light switch. I don't think you can be the guy. I don't think you can be Jordan, Bird,
LeBron.
Schilling had it.
I don't want to get you nuts.
Schilling had it. Like the greats, where it's like, this is my moment. It's his moment. I don't care how sick you are. I don't get that.
Especially if
you
you're sick,
you
man.
want the bat. Bryce Harper wants a bat in his hands with the game. He may not produce, but he wants that.
Who's pitching the Game 5 of the Yankees?
Kluber and fucking CC Sabathia.
CC's pitching Game 5?
And back in Cleveland, I think that's going to be low. I just don't see Kluber, if we're going to that game, I just don't see Kluber throwing up 2 eggs. He's too good to do that. And he has been nails in the playoffs before.
So, but what do you... I don't think anybody's out there bum-garnering this shit, so what do you think he gives you? Like 6 innings?
No, I think he's 7-0 runs. That is Bumgarner.
I mean, Bumgarner's 9.
No, Bumgarner's 15.
You know what I'm saying?
He goes
yeah, like that's what I mean. Like, I just feel like even, Scherzer almost throws a no-hit ball for 7 innings and he loses the game. I feel like this postseason more than ever, starting pitching is really not
I don't know that
necessarily...
you can blame that on Scherzer. That's a Dusty Baker
I'm not blaming. I'm just saying that starting pitching this postseason hasn't really, won you the game. Even when you get good pitching, you lose.
No.
So,
well,
Kluber,
because they're coming out.
I think you're right that Kluber won't throw up another egg. I don't think that means the Yankees necessarily lose.
A lot of times I feel like with Bumgarner being the exception, it's because these managers, I hate it. It's like, oh, this is our routine. So we threw 7 and then we turn it over and it's, the what do you call the guy, but the bridge to the closer.
Setup man?
Yeah, the setup man to the closer, and that's just, you go Robertson to the closer. I mean, that's just what you do. So it doesn't, that's what they did with Scherzer. Granted, he had the hamstring. It was like, this is our routine.
Right.
It's like, you don't watch what's happening. And, I think Scherzer, if you let him do that, could have gone 9 strong shutout.
Yeah.
And then we're talking about
he would have thrown 170 pitches.
U.S. soccer, also in the news. They missed the World Cup. This, thumbs down. Soccer people mad. People, because you got to... And I know on this panel we all agree, you got to get rid of soccer, folks. Men's soccer in the United States, get rid of it.
I don't agree with you on that.
You think we should keep it and keep embarrassing this country?
Yes. I mean, not keep embarrassing the country. It's embarrassing that we're not in the World Cup.
We lost to a team.
I know.
Trinidad and Tobago just got electricity 2 weeks ago.
I understand that. We can't say cunt, but you can say that about Trinidad.
Listen, I said 2-3 years ago, I said Honduras doesn't have any food. I still haven't heard the end of it, so you better get dragged.
This whole thing should be pulled off.
It's different when you are talking about one specific person as a group. I find that to be the case.
So you're just going to have the 1.3 million Trinity people coming after you.
It's a third world country, no?
But
soccer. Is Trinidad and Tobago a third world country?
Okay. Yeah, all right.
Soccer is their sport.
Yeah, but we have millions of people. We have millions of resources.
We should be able to have we have so many great athletes in this country.
I could put that whole population in my backyard. My Nantucket house. It's a big backyard.
I don't know
why Trinidad and Tobago, come live. I'll be your king. I can do that.
I don't know why some of our great athletes who are just below being a great basketball player or a great NFL player, there's such a great living to be made as a worldwide soccer player.
That's the problem. It needs to be a good living in America. The day that we can provide a good salary to play in the MLS.
Wait a minute, but MLS has to be more than enterprise car rental, which is where all the ex-athletes go.
No, but I'm saying, if you're internationally, you can make tons of money.
But they're not good enough to play internationally.
But I'm saying we should start developing our guys here.
Coley said this best. You need the guys who miss out on the second round of the NBA draft and those fringe football players. They need to be compensated well enough that they'll be I'm going to go try to play soccer in America. And then that way, this country you'll start to get some actual athletes playing the game.
And this story
until there's some money behind it.
There's money in soccer.
Big time! It's the world's most popular sport. We just stink at it. So let's stop trying to play embarrassing the country. It's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to this country in the last 100 years, in my opinion. Also, the fact that we don't pay the women as much as them. They'll give all the money to the women. They win. The women go out.
That's why we should also just get rid of the men's because we already got the women and they fucking win.
Let's go.
They're more entertaining.
Oh, we can't throw these parties. We can't go throw parties for the women.
Not to mention, the women's team has so much more personality than those fucking wet blankets.
Oh, they're wild.
Alex Morgan drinking her face off at Epcot. Abby Wambach partying. Hope Solo's fucking crazier than both of you.
That's winning,
though.
That's a culture of winning. Losers can't party like that.
Right. Those guys are like, we can do whatever we want because we back it up.
Right.
The U.S. women's soccer team is awesome. They put asses in the seats. The men we keep paying to get their fucking faces stomped on by countries with 200 people.
Went from 1.2 million to 200.
We have soccer. It's literally, though, I was exaggerating sometimes to do that. But even if you said they only have 1.2 million, it sounds like an exaggeration. How many people in the United States?
Like 350, like 400 million.
You said that.
How do we lose to Trinidad and Tobago?
Because we got 360 million people who don't give a fuck about
So
soccer.
then why do we continue to
with
play
you.
and make a mockery
I'm
of
with
this
you.
country?
And to all these soccer people who say, no, next time, we're right on the verge. 20 years from now, it'll be no. 20 years ago, you said the same thing about 20 years from now. It's never going to arrive.
The soccer people are the most delusional people. The U.S. soccer fans, men, are the most delusional people in the world. We've seen everything from you can't take, like Russell Westbrook wouldn't be a good soccer player because there's different set of skills. What are you talking about? He'd be the best U.S. soccer player who ever lived within 2 years.
He would probably change the game of soccer.
Yes.
Like he would do it so differently and so much better. They'd be like, oh, we've been playing it
Imagine
wrong
Kyrie
all the time.
Irving as a fucking.
Come on.
Please.
It
He'd be sick.
until we become USSR Cold War and then we can say you have to play soccer, we're never going to be good stuff.
You say until. Like, when is that happening? You mean if? If not? I don't know. Look at his eyes. He's still
trying
fucking
to
nuts.
fucking figure that
I
one
don't know
out.
whether you're. What time is it? What day is it?
He's still in a fit of rage.
God.
I know we're not going to do that to Eminem.
M&M.
His name's Eminem.
Eminem.
It's crazy. Like when he said that he sent the email, he wrote M plus M as like the topic. I was like, what's M plus
Eminem,
M?
he's in the news because he's on the BET Awards, right? He did a rap lyric eviscerating Trump.
Racism's the only thing he's fantastic for. Because that's how he gets his rocks off and he's orange. Yeah, sick tan. That's why he wants us to disband, because he cannot withstand the fact we're not afraid of Trump walking on eggshells. I came to stomp.
LeBron broke it down. Everyone's talking about LeBron thinks he's a fucking rap genius,
Oh, this
whoever
is so
said it.
great. It was so funny.
What did
Fucking
LeBron do?
So-
he thinks
so-
he's
so
rap genius.
Eminem had this line about saying that the only thing that Trump is fantastic for is racism because he's orange and that's how he gets his rocks off. Point being, the dude from the Fantastic Four is orange and rocks.
Right,
So it was
right.
like this, like
LeBron
wordplay.
broke it down. He
LeBron
thought he was the
tweeted
only
a
one
picture
on-
and broke it down and was like, oh shit, and thought he was like hot shit, being like, I understood the rap lyric.
I got it before everybody else.
Yes.
LeBron made it about him, which he tends to do.
Sheesh. Sheesh was his line too. Oh, sheesh. Did you like the rap, Dave? The Eminem
I haven't
rap?
even heard it.
Did you listen to
It's
it?
dope.
You know what? The only thing I don't like about it is that it's like this like slam poetry, spoken word shit.
You know
that's
what was
like-
dope about it though?
Hate
I think
slam
because it
poetry.
was such potent words
Oh, yeah, I mean,
and
he went
so
right out.
timely
Yeah.
to
Who's Eminem though to be
to-
lecturing people? To be honest, I
to
mean, he's
scale
like
it down
a
with
rat.
no sound. That's why he did that. And I think
I mean,
that
he did not
That's the
agree or disagree. He said exactly what he fucking meant.
And-
like
and-
there was no dancing around it at all.
And it'll be one of those things where you remember where you were when you first saw him do that shit. It was that powerful, that needed, the timing, the
Did you-
artistry, just perfect.
Were you there?
No, I'm saying I'm saying on my phone, like when you saw it, we all saw it on our phone.
There's a video though of in 2004, Donald Trump was doing like a thing for MTV, being like, "Slim Shady is a winner." And he starts chanting his name.
I'm always right. I'm Donald Trump. I'm always right. I know a winner when I see one. And Donald Trump is telling you right now, Slim Shady is a winner.
Kind of cold taked himself.
It was dope. The Eminem shit was dope.
I mean, he's a great
across the
rapper,
board.
but I just
dope.
Man, rap. All right. NESN employee, shout out NESN Boston. Worst haircut ever. And I seen this guy before he was in the news, and he's in the news because he hit on a girl at a photo shoot out of the blue in Northampton. Northampton, not exactly, I don't know what this guy's doing in Northampton, but hit on her. He's like, hey, I'm in the TV business. Maybe we can grab a drink. Fine dandy. I have absolutely zero problem with that move. But when the girl said no and wasn't returning a text, it became increasingly confrontational to the point where she's like, I just want to be clear. I don't think I'm going to have time to like go on a date, but thank you. And the guy wrote this thing back. And he's like, just to be clear, I find it comical that you think your schedule is too busy for you. My schedule, you can't even dream what my schedule is like. I'm on network TV, bitch, something to that effect. Went off the rails. My guess is he's going to be fired. His name is Mark James. I think the biggest thing, red flag, beside the fact that his haircut, and this is pre-crime.
That is the biggest red flag.
Pre-crime, I said, this guy's haircut is so weird, he's got skeletons. Pre-crime. I saw him on TV. That guy's haircut screams problem. He also changed his last name, which who changes their last name?
That is literally pre-crime. Like, you are trying to change your identity because that's post-crime. You already did something weird. You're probably going to do it again. You need to like get in this job by changing your name. The biggest red flag of all.
And then there's like somebody worked with who knows why in Tampa. He's like, I said the only reason way this guy would get another job in this business if he changed his last name, and that's exactly what he did. So, sportscaster, late in the game, do you change that? I get it if you're like I can see you changing your name. You're a big Hollywood guy, like.
To what?
I don't know.
Just Michael?
Michael Rapp.
Just like Madonna.
Mike
Just
Rapp.
one word.
Yeah, Mike Rapp.
I'm just going to change my name to that.
Mikey Raps.
Yep,
I might do that.
Mikey Raps.
Not a bad fucking idea.
Like, I get if you're a rapper, actually. If you're a legitimate rapper, you have to change your name because it's got to flow. Like,
Yeah, like a
Mikey
stage
Raps
name,
bangs.
Yes.
Mike James, though.
Mike James,
I
not
mean-
good. Not a good look for him. And this is what I was saying before. I find it comical, not comical, but ironic is probably the word. All these news that Harvey Weinstein's in the news for being a scumbag.
How about Donna Karen just like having that guy's back? See that?
She retracted from that. Yeah,
I mean,
but
you can't retract it.
I did a lot
you
of
can't
Miramax
redact, you can't
movies in the
retract. You
90s.
say it, you say it.
with Weinstein.
Yep. And I'll tell you this.
Oh boy.
Surprising or not, these stories.
No, not at all. And
So then shame on Hollywood, all
Wait,
these
let-
righteous
let
Hollywood
Mike
people.
talk.
but you know what though?
Don't yell at me.
Harvey Weinstein, like I heard about these things in the 90s, like my girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife, you know, like I heard about them and I knew Paltrow was coming, I knew Ashley Judd was coming, and I knew Rose McGowan was coming. Now, the things I heard about were not enough for me to ever be called in to testify. I was around it and you heard.
Your whispers, yeah.
You heard.
Well-
and the fact of the matter is this, Harvey Weinstein is a motherfucker. We knew he was a motherfucker before this. The
Right.
way he did his business, his reputation, he was a motherfucker to his filmmakers, he was a motherfucker to his staff, and obviously he really is a motherfucker if he was doing this shit. But the only but that I will say is that I'm not gonna say the but.
I was gonna say, don't say the but. Don't say
you
the
didn't
but.
say it.
Yeah.
You let me. If I would have said the but,
I mean, as soon as
then
you
should've
said but, I looked this way.
How did this come out? Someone did an expose on him?
There's been.
I mean, there's been rumors.
You mean,
and
how
stuff,
did it come out now?
But guess what? When I watch Hollywood TV shows for a long time, like the reward shows, people go on stage, kiss his ass. Like
Well-
women, men.
Well,
I
There
see
was
you,
even-
Harvey.
Did you see the Terry Crews thing?
That was wild.
So you know Terry Crews.
Who's
That's
fucking sexually assaulting him?
he
That's
said
what I'm
that
saying.
some executive grabbed his fucking
girl or a
junk.
guy?
I don't think he's. I think it was a he. I think he said he. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I think he said he grabbed him by the
Guy?
he? Yeah, grabbed him by the junk, and he was like, "I'm not gonna say shit because like then you're blackballed from this business."
Well, it's not saying shit, but if everyone knew this, there's one thing. Like I'm telling you, I have like a million images in my head of crowd shots of a speaker at a award show, like making a positive Harvey Weinstein joke. They show
Tons,
and they
tons.
laugh. It's like so everyone's.
But as far as
Money
his
talks,
business,
man.
he got people Oscars.
Yeah.
He gave a lot of careers.
Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, right?
I mean,
Good Will
did
Hunting.
go around-
Tarantino. I mean, he's great producer, undeniable. But you know, even if this woman,
That's why he acts like this.
even
shit.
if this stuff didn't happen with the women, and he was known as a motherfucker.
I mean, he came in a potted plant. He was coming in a potted plant.
Skeeted in a potted
That's a problem.
plant.
That guy, that's
Red
some
flag.
That's pre-crime right there.
Red flag.
Can you imagine getting to the point where you're
I've shat in potted plants all around New York City. When I've had to, I have shat in potted plants, but I never skeeted in a
There's
potted
a big
plant.
difference between pooping and coming.
It's fucking gross too, Rapaport.
Listen, I have-
It's also
I have-
a red flag.
I have.
It's a major red flag.
Could you imagine if you're like walking down the street in New
What do
York
you
City
mean
one
you're
day
fucking
and
shitting
you just see
potted plants?
Rapaport like in a
fuck?
fucking pot?
What the fuck are we even talking about here?
Yo, that shit's funny. No, I'm not saying it.
I mean, you made it sound like it was
Time
fucking
out.
blasé. I don't fucking come in potted plants. I shit them like you cross the street.
Not by choice.
Bro,
I have
what do you mean
ulcerative
not by-
colitis. I have ulcerative. Anybody in here have ulcerative colitis or know anybody who suffers from ulcerative colitis? These fucking
problem.
guys will ignore. If anybody in here
Yeah,
sitting down, nothing. No fucking response from these fucking deadheads.
No one knows what you're fucking talking about.
I'm saying I have ulcerative colitis, which
By the way, you're back to being the crazy one. It's
I'm
just,
nuts
it's,
now.
it's
He's
just
turning
going
it
back and forth.
Yeah, you're shitting in potted plants, dude. I get mad when people fuck us over and are an assholes. You're just shitting in potted plants. Yeah, you're the crazy one. Before I got
the
rudely,
101 is a highway to some. To me, it's a fucking public bathroom. I'm just gonna put it like that.
No, it's fucking not true. I was gonna say all these things. The Weinstein, the NESN, the Fox guy got fired for supposed sexual harassment. You never hear people being like, "Oh, that place is sexist." That people say about us. You don't do any of that shit.
It's crazy.
Hey, don't you think that I just want to ask you a question, Dave? I'm not gonna name names here. Just gonna wet the beak. Don't you think, since I have a book coming out, this book has balls on
Nice
October
plug. Look at
24th?
this. Plug City.
Don't you listen? If I'm plugging something, I'm behind it. But don't you
It's
think
your own fucking book.
don't you think- But don't you think people that I've supported in the past should support the fact that I wrote my first soon-to-be
Yes.
bestseller?
Yes.
Oh, I do.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.
No, I'm just throwing it out
I
there.
absolutely think
Yes.
that anybody that you've shown love to and
That-
supported,
And I've done
their
their podcasts
careers,
and shit.
And
you've
have
gone
you
on their
supported their
shows,
books?
Supported them in general.
their books, their shows,
their
everything they've
shows.
done.
No, you said you didn't.
Their shows.
Even their bad shows.
Even like maybe a once a week show on
I've been
HBO?
the best thing on some people's bad shows, and I would hope that those people, when I've been the best thing on their bad shows, are going to support my book. I mean, that would be only right.
Only right.
I've been the best thing on their bad shows, not once, twice.
And what happens if they don't support you?
Oh, we're gonna have a solo rundown. I'm running the gamut, and this little person that you got excited about in the beginning, we're gonna go back to what built this company. We're gonna get Dave what built
Forged
this
in
fucking
fire.
yeah.
Forged, it's those military that
But I was just asking.
forged from fire.
I'm sorry to interrupt the middle of the show, but it would just be only right if I've done your shows, even bad shows, knowing it was a bad show
Twice.
and been the best thing on your bad show.
2 times.
I would expect like a little support. I'm just like a little guy. I wrote a book. Probably may or may not ever write another book again, but I would expect a little support.
Noah Syndergaard got face fucked at the Rangers game yesterday.
Just straight.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
love it.
Savage move. Didn't give a fuck. She's sticking her hand down his
He
throat.
is like a
They're
real life
biting
Viking,
at each
man.
other.
He's a fucking Viking.
They're so hot. Rangers lost 3-2. I bet on 2-1, 3-2,
Mike,
3-1 late goal. I had the
Next
Rangers.
subject.
next subject.
No, I don't want to interrupt
I had
that.
the Rangers. That's it. That's
No,
the rundown.
that's it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I wanted to say this also about Barstool. I asked, and people participated in a Barstool Fantasy Football League. I'm currently number 1 in the league. I've beaten every single person I've played. I don't hear a fucking peep from anybody mentioning the first annual Barstool Fantasy Football League. And some people are like, oh, I don't care about fantasy. Well, you're in a fucking sports company. You have I don't care if it's Connect 4, Monopoly, or fantasy football. If you're getting your ass kicked and you have a competitive gene in you, you got to fucking. Who are the people that I beat? Who in here have I beaten?
Not me.
Beat you. And did you like it? You fucking loved it. Page views, I fucking beat you. Now, why isn't anybody fucking talking about this?
Because
shit?
week fucking 2, you piece of shit ass comes out from the rafters, comes with a miracle, come from behind win on Monday night,
And did I
which
beat
I
you?
respect. Yeah, damn right you beat me.
Did I fucking run? Did I fucking drag you?
What do you mean you front out? I wake up to a Twitter
What's your
fucking
name?
tweet.
Oh, that seems to be what
Smith,
Michael Rapaport's
Smith.
camp
Did I
does.
fuck you?
Overnight Twitter rant.
Did I beat you?
That's just how the Rapapack rolls.
Week 2, your fucking
Week 2,
New
week
York
1.
famous Phoebe ass
Wait,
comes out.
Week 2,
and just,
week 1. People say like being on Friends is a bad thing. It's the number 1 show in TV history.
Yeah, I'm not denying it.
Motherfucker, you should be only so lucky that people know you're worth
Week
25 years
week
after the fact.
Week 2.
I don't even
means
know your fucking name.
absolutely
You're wearing a
nothing.
Seinfeld shirt.
Week fucking 2 means absolutely nothing. I wake up with
Oh,
a
you're
fucking
saying-
gift of you telling me to suck my dick. Oh, look at me. I'm Michael Rapaport. I'm fucking Phoebe from Friends. You're not shit. You're not worthy of fantasy football talk. You are nothing.
integrity
We'll see
of
what happens in the
fantasy
playoffs.
That's
This is
what I'm
about
talking
fucking
about.
integrity.
That's what the
I'm
fuck-
not fucking fist
You're not
bumping you.
fist bumping me?
No, I'm not.
Yo,
It's
Mark
about
that
respect.
motherfucker not fist bumping me. I'm gonna crack that fucking ass again. What's this motherfucker's name?
Smitty.
What does he do?
Not a lot.
He's supposed,
He falls down a lot.
I'm gonna drag this motherfucker again. You page views, you motherfucker. I beat that fucking ass tonight. You! What's your name? Clemenza? Drag this motherfucker. This is Barstool Sports and you don't care about fantasy fucking football?
I got bigger problems than fantasy football. I got fucking UCF games.
You and Tommy G, baby.
Well after
you
the
and
fact.
Tommy G running the fantasy football.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
team.
if you
how
have a
about
competitive bone in
you
your
work
body.
on like tweeting people in like daylight hours so people can
so
respond.
you're tweeting Smitty all night long. Tommy G's tweeting me all night long. How about you tweet some people when they're awake, bro?
We could check the timeline. I tweeted Tommy. I tweeted what's his name? Smitty, and I probably was in LA right after the games, right after the victory. Sometimes I beat him before, like when I'm up like 60 points. I hit him in the middle of the fucking day. I said the game's over. No response. Where's Smitty? I'm gonna fucking drag this. What place are you in the fantasy football league? What place are you in?
Like a 6 a.m. tweet.
I was probably in LA. I'm up fucking working. What are you?
6 a.m. tweet telling me
That's
to
3
suck
a.m.
dick. Week 2.
No, that must have been in New
Why
York.
would I respond to that?
You-
Show some honor for once. Wait till we play.
Honor, Smitty, honor.
That's what I'm talking. I'm gonna fucking drag you. Now I know the name in the face.
We just
I'm gonna
need
drag you by
a
your
big
little fucking
fucking
ears.
fall from Smitty right now, and then we're just like a stage dive.
I'm gonna drag him by those little fucking ears. You got the smallest fucking ears I've ever seen. You look like you're an MMA fighter with those fucking ears.